One day, Nasreddin and Hodja and his young son were on their way to the market. On their way, they met a group of villagers.
Look at her, Hodja. He's comfortably riding on his donkey and letting this poor little boy walk along.
Shame on Hodja, making his poor boy suffer like that.
When Nasreddin and Hodja heard this, he wanted to rectify what was perceived as his selfishness.
Here, son, you can ride the donkey and I can walk along.
Okay.
As they continued on, they ran into another couple of villagers.
Look at Hodja and his son. These are the times we're living in. A young boy riding on a donkey and his poor old father sweating to keep up. Today's children have no respect for their parents.
Nasreddin and Hodja saw some reason in that.
Here, son, we can both walk along with the donkey.
As they walked along, they met another group of villagers.
Hodja and his son have no minds whatsoever.
They're both hot on their feet and the donkey's just trotting along. Don't they know what a donkey's for?
When Nasreddin and Hodja heard this, a new solution popped into his head.
Here, son, we can both ride the donkey.
As they went along, they bumped into another acquaintance. She was not very happy.
Hodja, don't you have any mercy? How's this poor little animal supposed to carry two people? Have some pity, please.
When Nasreddin and Hodja heard this, he thought of a solution that complied with all of the villagers' requests.
Here, son. We can both take the donkey to the market.
The end.
My dear wife, I bought 3 kilos of meat. Can you cook it for dinner?
Yes, of course. Hello, friends. Would you like to join me for lunch today?
Sounds great.
What are you cooking?
Meatballs. Sit down.
This is good.
This is phenomenal.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank
You
very
too.
much. Have a good day.
Hello, my dear wife.
Hello, Nasreddin.
I'm very hungry. Can you set the table for me?
Yes, of course.
But where's the meat that I gave you this morning? Why didn't you cook it?
Well, the cat ate it.
We'll see. It weighs exactly 3 kilos. This is very strange. My dear wife, if the cat weighs exactly 3 kilos, where's the meat? And if this is the meat, where's the cat?
One bitterly cold winter night, Nasreddin and Hodja sipped hot, sweet coffee and gossiped with friends. As the howling wind plopped clumps of snow against the windows of the coffee house, the friends talked of the weather.
You think this is cold? When I was a child, it was so cold. The clouds rose in the sky. But that wouldn't bother me. I would go down to the river, cut a hole in the ice, and go for a nice swim.
It's too cold.
I could stay out on a night like this with no fire and no protection to keep me warm.
No coat, no blanket,
No fire.
no hot tea.
Certainly.
No.
I'll show you if I can't stay out all night with no fire or no protection and nothing to keep me warm. I invite you to a feast at my house.
Okay. Oh, sounds good.
Who could refuse such an offer? Hodja's friends went back to their warm houses, sat by their windows and drank hot drinks, watching Hodja wander around the snow-covered marketplace, studying the cold stars. Hours passed. Hodja, shivering mightily, wished he never made such a foolish offer. He was about to give up and go inside, but then he saw a candle in a house window about 100 yards away. He fixed his eyes on the candle and was able to endure the bitter cold for the rest of the night. At last, it was morning. Teeth chattering, Hodja entered the coffee house just as his friends were sitting down for the first coffee of the day.
Were you out there all night?
Did you have nothing to keep you warm?
How were you able to do that?
I fixed my eyes on a burning candle flame behind the window. It kept me going all night.
So, you did have something to keep you warm. A candle flame gives off heat. You warmed yourself by the flame.
No matter what Hodja said, the friends were convinced he had somehow warmed himself from the heat of a candle behind a window 100 yards away.
You're invited to a feast at my house.
Thank you.
As the muezzin called out prayer at sunset, his friends left their shoes at his store and entered his house, sitting cross-legged on the floor, awaiting the feast.
It may be a while.
Oh, it's okay. That's okay. We can wait.
Time passed. Hodja went back and forth from the kitchen, but the men detected no good smells of roasting meat or frying onions. They were getting hungrier and hungrier.
When do we eat?
It should be ready soon.
Maybe we can help?
Yeah.
In the kitchen hung a pot on a chain, and beneath it flickered a candle.
Hodja, it will take forever for the heat of that candle flame to cook our dinner.
It should boil soon. After all, if a candle flame just 100 yards away can keep me warm all night, then certainly this candle just a few feet away from this pot can certainly heat it up.
Hodja, we invite you to be our guest at the cafe.
Thank you.